In this video, I'll be explaining the functions of the files that were generated when we created our React app. I promised you in the last video that I was going to make a video on components, but I'm sorry to digress. We need to understand the functions of the files before we can continue with components. So let's get started. So let's start with package.json. Package.json will contain our dependencies that we are going to install later on in the video, and it also contains scripts that runs our application. Like when we type in npm start, it will run our development server. Then when we type npm run build, it will run the build. So those are the main things that you should take note in the package.json file. Don't tamper with the file, because if you do anything here except you know what you are doing, it can be cause harm to the project. So the next file here, the readme, doesn't contain much. You should ignore that. Then the package lock.json, when you are using npm, you are going to get package lock.json, but when you are using yarn, you have yarn lock.json here, so you should not touch any of these files here. And next is git ignore. We have git ignore here. Please don't touch it. Also, we have setup test, and we are going to delete it later on. And we have reports, web vitals, we are going to delete it also. The logo.svg, so React logo, we are going to delete it also. So let's talk about the files in public folder. We have fave icon here. It's shown in the browser as icon in the browser. We have index.html. This is the most important file in the public folder. Index.html is the only HTML file that will be sent to the browser, and is the only HTML file in our React app, because React app is a single page application, so it does not have multiple HTML for each page. We just have only one. The views will be changing, but the HTML file still remain the same. So in the head tag, if you know what you're doing, you can change some things. But in the body tag, if you don't know what you're doing, just leave it the way it is. We have some logos. They are React logos, so if you want to change it to yours, you can change it to yours. Then we have manifest.json here. You don't have to do anything here. You don't really have to do anything in those other files. So let's move to the source folder. This is the source folder, src. Let's talk about app.css. App.css is used in styling the app.js. You can see it is imported here. Then we have app.test. We won't be using it, so we have index.css here. Index.css is also used in styling the body. If you want to style, you can create your own CSS files when you are running your application. Let's talk about the app.js. App.js is a functional component. You can see a normal function here, a normal JavaScript function here. Then it's being exported. Everything here, as in the component here, the app exported here is imported in the index.js, which is then sent to the div tag with root ID in the HTML file. The root here is the same with the root in the index.html. So all the components from the React app is being sent to that div tag root. So everything we are going to be doing, any component that we create, will be sent to that root. So that's why the HTML remains the same, but the content will be changing. So that's how reactjs works. So these are the main files in React app. In the next video, we'll be talking about components. Please subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying the tutorials. Then please like the video. It will help the channel to grow. Thank you.